Hey everybody, today we're talking about Edge of Winter, the new psychological thriller from director Rob Connolly. After Suicide Squad, this is somehow my second Joel Kinnaman movie review in a row. I'm not even a big Kinnaman fan. I mean, he's usually a serviceable to decent actor. I wouldn't even say I intended to go on a Kinnaman tear here, but whatever. Hell, I didn't even mention him in my Suicide Squad review, but anyway, Kinnaman plays Elliot, a distraught, divorced father, and his two sons are Caleb and Bradley. They're coming down to visit him for the weekend. His son Bradley, by the way, is played by Tom Holland, who most of us should know by now is that great new Spider-Man from Civil War. The early tension in the movie comes as we see how Elliot's ex-wife and his sons have clearly grown pretty far apart from him. The kid's mom has definitely moved on. She's got a new man who's all the things that Elliot isn't. She's also not entirely confident in Elliot's ability to handle his sons for the weekend. So Elliot is this rough around the edges, blue-collar kind of guy. He doesn't take handouts. He can live off the land. And the most important bit is that he's prone to flying off the handle and getting violent. His arm's all bandaged up from punching his boss in the face. So that's not great. But this thing starts off kind of as a slower paced, almost like quiet little father-son kind of thing. In Elliot's own way, he starts this journey off quite tender and loving with his sons. He wants to make men of them in a manly man type way, but he also wants to show that he's the fun, irresponsible, exciting parent. He's trying to be the alternative, real man's man dad for both of the kids. He's fun dad. So he does that the only way he knows how. He takes them to learn how to shoot his gun. He lets one of his sons take a sip of his beer. He even lets the unlicensed son Bradley drive his truck, which doesn't go great, but that's neither here nor there for now. So the trip, let's just say, doesn't go as planned, and Elliot learns that his sons are not just here for a routine visit. They might actually be moving out of the country, so he could be losing them forever. And remember how I said how Elliot flies off the handle and doesn't react well? Well, with that, we're not going to get too far into spoilers here, but Kinnaman's character can't handle that and decides he's going to go live in the woods forever with his son. It's not a brilliant plan, but it's when he goes from a conflicted father to the conflicted antagonist of the movie. So that's about as far as we should go with the plot, because everything beyond there gets a little spoilery. All three of the main stars of this movie are actually quite impressive. Both child actors are very believable, and that's a rare surprise. Most kid actors are terrible. Both of these kids do a great job, and the final moments of the film, which are mostly something involving the kids, is immensely powerful. Really good stuff. Kinnaman's really good as well. His character's a little over the top, but he does what he can with a fairly limited script. The movie's less of a survival story, which it kind of can seem from the trailers. It's more of a personal family drama. So all the actors are really good, but the script itself is not terrific. My biggest complaint about the whole movie is it kind of just ends. Like, it's just this abrupt cutoff. And I don't need a full epilogue of everything that happens after the story ends. But when those credits hit, there's definitely a lingering, well, what the hell are they going to do now feeling? And, not in a satisfying way, like not in that was the right place to stop it, leave them wanting more. Like it gets wacky in a way that I'm not super pleased with. That said, I've been pretty disappointed with summer 2016 movies so far, so this might not be the best family drama ever made or the best out in the wild movie by a long shot. It's got pacing issues, and that cut to the credits is a little abrupt for my liking, but I certainly liked it. Granted, I do have a little bit of a soft spot for these quieter, rural, personal drama type movies. I don't know when these kind of movies became my thing, but stuff like Jeff Nichols' Shotgun Stories and Mud suddenly started popping up in my heavily recommended lists. So while I don't think Rob Connolly's Edge of Winter hits anywhere near a Nichols film, it is a suspenseful, atmospheric, tense little movie. I really enjoy it. The cast really makes this one worth seeing. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. I really... If this sounds like it's your kind of story, Edge of Winter is totally worth the view. Anyway, as always, thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, please subscribe.